All right, let's cut right to the chase. Some starters are slightly better than others within Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, and I'm going to list out what I personally think are the top 5 best. Now, we're not going to include different moves that they can learn from technique machines because I feel like that will make the list even more complicated. So we're just keeping it straight off based on the natural moves that they can learn. And we're going to go up to like level 30 because that's normally what people go to when they're doing like the main story. We're not talking about post game or anything like that. We're just talking about getting through the main quest. And the first Pokemon we're going to discuss is Riolu, ladies and gentlemen. Now, also Riolu can learn Quick Attack and Vacuum Wave as well, which means it can attack Pokemon that are 2 tiles away, which is really good. But the thing that really sets Riolu apart from a lot of starters is the fact that it can learn Counter. And not only that, it learns Counter very early, like at level 6. Now, the reason why Counter is so good in Mystery Dungeon games is that it functions very differently from the normal Pokemon games. In the PMD series, Counter is a status that a Pokemon can have. And since it's a status, that means the effects of Counter can last several turns. So whenever an enemy Pokemon attacks Riolu under the effects of Counter, every time they use a physical attack, that damage gets put back onto the enemy. So let's say they do a physical attack and it does 20 damage. Well, Riolu is going to counter attack with 20 damage as well, and then Riolu gets a turn to attack or heal and whatever in the world you want it to do. Yeah, it's pretty dang nuts. There are so many strats that you can take advantage of by using counter. The only downside to it is that it's kind of dependent on Riolu's health, right? So as long as Riolu doesn't get knocked out, you can still see the benefits of counter. You can also use counter preemptively. So if you see that there are several Pokemon that use physical attacks within the same room, go ahead, use counter before you start doing your items, anything of that nature, and then proceed to go through your turns as such. Especially within boss rooms as well. Counter, it can do a lot of damage within boss fights as well. Yep. Now what's crazy is that Riolu is only number 5. So let's go to number 4. And number 4 belongs to Pikachu, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, when I was doing all my research for this, right, I was pretty surprised. I'm like, yeah, Pikachu is actually pretty rock solid. Pikachu has a lot of attacks, and crazy enough, it learns Grass Knot, so it has some pretty good coverage. A sample moveset for Pikachu you can use is Fake Out, which attacks 2 tiles away, and it has a chance to flinch Pokemon, which is pretty damn good, especially within PMD games. It has Electro Ball, which it learns just off the rip. It has Electro Ball and Grass Knot, so you got some pretty good coverage there. But the attack that really sends Pikachu into a whole nother stratosphere is Thunder Wave. Yes, and my goodness, Thunder Wave is absolutely nuts. It's pretty good in the mainline Pokemon series, but in PMD games, when a Pokemon gets paralyzed, they cannot attack, and also they get a drop in their speed, so they also get less turns to do actions and commands, which means you could follow up with a second attack before they even comes back to their turn. And being able to use Thunder Wave, you can absolutely cripple Pokemon that you're going against. This is absolutely disgusting within boss fights, and it almost feels like cheating when you're using Thunder Wave. The only downside to Thunder Wave is that 1, it doesn't have 100% accuracy, right? But that kind of makes sense. And 2, the fact that it's an electric type. So that means there are some Pokemon that are immune to Thunder Wave. Also, Pikachu's ability is static. So whenever a Pokemon uses a contact move on Pikachu, then there's a chance that they could be paralyzed. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Cool, now we're about to get into some heavy hitters. Coming in at number 3 is Bulbasaur, everybody. Where my Bulbasaur fans at? Listen, Bulbasaur is nuts. He has a lot of attacks to choose from Sludge to Vine Whip to Razor Leaf to Growth. We got Leech Seed. I mean, oh my goodness. You could make a play set out of these attacks alone with Bulbasaur. So first of all, Vine Whip is a stab attack that Bulbasaur can use, and it attacks Pokemon from 2 tiles away. Also, with Razor Leaf, it can attack Pokemon from 4 tiles away, and also it's stab as well. Sludge can cut corners so you can attack other enemies that are in front of you, and then with Growth, you can use that to increase your special attack, which will make Sludge even stronger. But the real magic for Bulbasaur occurs once it gets to level 13. It can learn Poison Powder and Sleep Powder. Oh my goodness. This attack is nuts. So Sleep Powder, it does what it says. It puts Pokemon to sleep. But not only that, Sleep Powder is an AoE attack. So if there's Pokemon that are surrounding Bulbasaur in any adjacent tiles, no matter where they're at, they're going to get hit with Sleep Powder. So this attack is absolutely crucial when you're like in monster houses and you're surrounded by like a bunch of Pokemon. Sleep Powder can put all those Pokemon that are basically 1 square away from Bulbasaur asleep. And the thing is, when Pokemon go to sleep in PMD, they can't do anything. It's similar to paralysis, except they don't get the speed drop. That's really the only difference. So that means you can still continue to attack them. They can't move. They're stuck like Chuck, quite literally. And of course, Sleep Powder works like a charm against boss monsters as well. If you haven't used a Pokemon with Sleep Powder in your PMD runs, yeah, you're going to see very, very soon how absolutely disgusting this attack is. Oh, also fun fact, statuses can stack on this game. Yeah, so you can stack poison and sleep. You can stack paralysis and poison. You can even stack paralysis and sleep on one Pokemon. I think the limit is like 2 status effects at one time. But yeah, you can stack status effects. So do with that information as you will. But wait, there's more, because there are still some other powerful starters within Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Coming at number 2, we have Chespin, everybody. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Chespin isn't necessarily one of my favorite starters within the mainline series, but within Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, this boy is a rock star. You hear me? He's probably one of my favorites. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, Chespin has access to some attacks that are absolutely busted. So one of them is Pin Missile. Now, Pin Missile can attack enemies multiple times in a row. But the thing is, Pin Missile is also a ranged attack. So it can attack enemies that are up to 4 tiles away, and it can hit them multiple times. And the thing is, with Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, how damage calculations work, each trigger of the attack of Pin Missile counts as its own damage calculation. So it's not doing like a weak amount of damage. It's doing the damage check, which is a lot of damage, and then it's going to check and see if it can do another attack again, and it keeps on going up to 3 times. It is absolutely nuts. Yeah, the damage calculations are very different from the mainline games when compared to Super Mystery Dungeon. And then it has access to Vine Whip, which is another attack that can hit enemies from 2 tiles away. And Chespin also has access to Rollout. And my goodness, you haven't lived until you see Rollout absolutely delete a strong Pokemon. So Rollout also functions differently from the mainline Pokemon games as well. So Rollout is going to do an accuracy check. If it hits that Pokemon, Rollout is going to strike again, and this is all in the same turn. It's going to do another accuracy check. If it lands, it's going to strike again, and it's going to do another accuracy check, and it's going to keep doing that up to 5 times. And it only works if it passes each accuracy check. So you can pretty much attack 5 times in a single turn by using Rollout. Now here's the thing. Let's say you use Rollout and it fails its first accuracy check. Well, if it does, that means the entire move fails, and then that's it. That's the end of the chain. That's the most accurate way to put it. And it goes all the way up to 5 attacks. Yeah, it's pretty dang busted. And when you get to a point where you can max out your accuracy, or you can have like ways to increase your accuracy, Pin Missile and Rollout are going to be deleting enemies. And then, of course, Chespin can also learn Leech Seed, and his moveset is absolutely disgusting. I'm currently doing a run with Chespin as my partner Pokemon, and he is lights out. Straight up rock star status. Like, he's goated, seriously. Coming in at number 1. Oh, drum roll. All right, enough of that. It's Treecko, everybody. Treecko is absolutely broken, and it might not be for the reasons you might be thinking. He has access to quick attack. It has access to Dragon Breath, which is a move that can attack enemies from 4 tiles away. It has access to Giga Drain, Mega Drain, and Absorb as well, so it can attack and heal at the same time. But what really puts Treecko at number 1 for me is one attack. Take a wild guess on what you think that attack is. Now, my fellow Mystery Dungeon fans, you probably already know that attack is agility. Fam, let me break this down for you. So agility works very, very differently than from the mainline Pokemon games, right? In the Mystery Dungeon series, agility increases the travel speed of the user. But not only that, it increases the travel speed of the entire party. So just using agility once, that means everybody is going to be moving at double speed. So you're going to get 2 turns to attack before your enemy gets 1. And the thing is, this speed, it can stack. So Treecko can use agility again to go to triple speed. And then it can use it another time to go to quadruple speed, which is nuts, absolutely nuts. And I'm not gonna lie, this attack, it kind of breaks the game. If I'm being totally serious, like, agility absolutely destroys the game. And I kind of avoid using agility because it almost feels like cheating. And the fact that everybody gets the speed boost is nuts. It is, I mean, just alone that one Pokemon can move at quadruple speed is game breaking enough. But everybody in your party, everyone gets the benefits of agility, and that one attack alone, it just breaks the game. I'm not even going to lie to you. It is a disgusting attack. And the craziest thing about agility is that there is no cost to it. None. There is no cost to the user. Only thing that happens is that you lose 1 power point after using it. That's it. You don't take increased damage. You don't have weaker attacks. You don't have a decrease in your belly size or any of that. You just get a free speed boost, and you can use that to freaking flash step around your enemies like you're Ichigo from freaking Bleach. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's easy to see why I have Treecko as my number 1. Now, it does learn agility kind of late, like at level 25, so you don't get to use agility like at the very beginning of the game, but like towards like the late half of the main story, then you get to see the broken benefits of agility. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that the other starters are garbage. I'm just saying that some are slightly more broken than others. And I think that's kind of easy to see why. Maybe we'll talk about the top 5 worst next. Ooh, that sounds fun. Let me know what your favorite starters are. Just sign off in the comments. And if you want to become a member to support the channel, then hit the link in the pinned comment and description, baby. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.